Welcome to day 6 of our 7-day beginner yoga course. And today we are doing seated poses. So after standing, we come down to our mats, sit down, but we'll also combine it with laying on the back. So supine poses or recline poses. So we'll finish out our practice here. Tomorrow, we're gonna put all the pieces together and try a full class. Everything we've learned from the very beginning to today's class. So here we go. We're gonna start in a seated pose. So you're gonna come to your butt, extend your legs forward, and the first thing we'll start with is a simple forward fold. Legs extended forward, feet, heels press, energy and everything pressing through the heels so your toes are drawing back, knees pushing to the floor, and you should be able to sit up in this nice L position. After you get that L position, lean forward, starting with your lower belly, lower upper body, hinging forward, and then walking the hands forward. And you may or may not touch the feet, but think of moving your body forward before you bring it down. And you might use a strap or a towel or a belt or something around your feet if you've got, pretty tight hamstrings, and that's okay. The thing we're trying to do here is find sensation. And that's the same with any yoga pose, yoga practice, is to find the sensation and breathe into it. Sometimes you can wiggle side to side, creating more space in the back of the legs, and just hold it. Okay, let's lift back up, moving to single leg or head to knee pose. We take right or left, it doesn't matter, we'll switch back and forth. So take one foot to your inner thigh, your legs at about an 85-degree angle, so a little less than 90. Take a deep breath in, let's reach up this time, and then lean and fold directly over that straight leg. You might find that your hands actually go a little bit farther, so they might touch the toes in the single leg variation. Keep pressing the knee down, engaging your abs to pull yourself forward. In each pose, we're holding for, about 5 breaths or so. I always think that's a good amount of time, as long as your breaths are deep. And then lift back up, switch sides. Take a deep breath in, reach up. Exhale, fold directly straight over that straight leg, directly over the straight leg. So we can sometimes get caught up in trying to lean in the center of our hips, where our hips are. Instead, we're walking over the straight leg and folding down. You're gonna feel a little bit more hip opening that way, also getting directly into that front leg hamstring. Okay, we lift it back up, and then take both feet together. Push yourself forward, and if you find that your knees are up really high, it might be a good idea to sit on a pillow or bolster or a block to get those knees down a little bit lower. So in this position, called bound angle pose, you're gonna grab your feet, open up the feet like you're reading a book, lift up tall on your spine, hug your elbows towards your ribcage, and press them into your thighs, leaning forward. There's a couple versions here. We can just lean forward, reaching our nose forward, or a little round in the back is okay in this pose. Just keep trying to draw the knees down by pushing the elbows into your legs. And we're not trying to get anywhere, so there's no strain in trying to get our nose down to the floor, just feeling especially in the hips. So we don't want any tension or tightness in the back, and that can sometimes come up. Bound angle pose. You can take your knees together. And I know we did this in the core section, but we'll do it again here. Lean back and find boat pose. Lift the legs up, reach your arms forward, and this one we're just going to take some deep breaths. No hovers, no crazy things. Boat pose. Modified boat pose would be toes on the floor. You're still leaning back 45 degrees or so and still lifting your heart, but your toes are on the ground. If you have any lower back pain or if you're pregnant, a great variation would be elbows on the ground and stay here. In fact, if you're pregnant, there are variations and modifications for a lot of poses. This is not the course that I'm going to go through pregnancy options. So that's something that you want to ask probably to a yoga teacher in person or ask your doctor. Okay, take your feet down about hip distance, hands behind your back, underneath the shoulders, lift your hips into a reverse tabletop. I really like this pose, so you drop your head back, look back, because it targets the opposite muscles from all of those tricep push-ups we do in the beginning of class. It opens up your heart and opens up your shoulders, also strengthens the back of your body. And lower back down. And heading to a relaxing supine position. Take your toes to the top of the mat with your knees bent. Reach forward and slowly roll yourself down with your chin to your chest. When your shoulders touch down, hug your knees and rock side to side. Oops, excuse me. Rock side to side. Give yourself a little massage on the low back. And then take your feet down to the floor, keeping them hip distance, knees bent a lot, heels close to your butt. Palms down next to your heels, lift your hips, squeeze the shoulders together, heading into bridge pose. Keep pressing into the feet to lift higher. Lower that one back down. And everything to the floor. Hug your right knee towards your chest, left leg extends, and we'll take a twist. The right leg goes across your body. You can even pick up that opposite hip to roll down. Open up the right arm and look towards the right hand. Keep the right shoulder, right hand, and right ear glued to the floor. You lift back up, hug your knee in close to you, and then switch. Left leg hugs in, close to your chest. Take the leg across your body, open up the left arm, left shoulder, left arm, left hand on the ground. And this should feel nice. It should feel like your spine is resetting into a neutral position. You're loosening up the back. And bring your legs back up to the top. We're going to keep this simple by taking the legs straight up and holding it there. So rest your hands by your side and allow just the legs to go straight up to feel that inversion. So we're circulating blood flow, helping all of our hormonal glands, the endocrine system with blood flow, basically massaging your body from bottom to top. If your hamstrings are really tight, again, a pillow or a block underneath your hips can help alleviate some of the tightness in the back of the legs and the lower back. If you are comfortable here in legs up the wall position, stay there. We're going to go into plow pose. So we're taking our legs way back, over the head, hands to your lower back for support. Your feet may or may not touch the floor. Then bend your knees around your ears. Release your hands, take them to the floor. Roll yourself down. Your knees are hugging in again. You can either grab the knees or grab your feet for what I like to call, and we call, happy baby pose. We roll around just like a happy baby. After you feel like your back is nice and massaged out and everything feels pretty good and restored, extend your legs forward, let your feet fall open, hands rest by your side, and relax. And so we'll be here for a few minutes. This is often called Shavasana, or really it's just relaxation. So allowing your body and mind to absorb your practice and be still. Much like meditation on day one is just a few minutes of focusing on your breath and focusing on how your body is feeling with no judgments, no labels, and just feeling good. So close your eyes, melt into the mat, and breathe. Go ahead and start to wiggle your fingers and toes and take a deep breath in and out. Reach your hands overhead for a long stretch. Roll to your side using one of your arms as a pillow and bend your knees. Use your top hand to push back up to a seated pose, and we will conclude day 6 of our beginner intro to yoga practice. Take your hands to your heart and a deep breath in and a deep breath out. We have one more day left, and that will be combining everything together to create a full class. Moving forward, you can pick and choose more. Moving forward, you can pick and choose what you want to do as far as your practice. So it's really up to you, but to have this as a guideline is really nice. So we'll do a full day tomorrow, and I can't wait to experience that with you. And stop it. That concludes day 6. Tomorrow we're going to combine everything together to create one full yoga practice. I'm excited to do that along with you, so get ready to experience the whole thing, and by then you should be prepared to dive into pretty much any yoga class, whether it's in person or just finding new videos. I can't wait to hear what you have to say and to have you, finish your week out strong. So go off and have a great day, and I'll see you back tomorrow for day 7.